London, 1814. The dawn broke timidly over Ashford Manor, its pale light trembling across rain-soaked windows, as if the sky itself hesitated to witness what this day would demand. Inside, Lady Victoria Ashford sat before her mirror, a pale blue gown draped over a heart tied in knots. To society, she was the fallen lady who would be saved by a marriage. To herself, she was a shadow wearing someone else's fate. Her mother's words echoed like a verdict etched in stone. Restoring your reputation is all that matters. But Victoria's heart whispered something far more dangerous: freedom. Dragged through the gilded halls of Ashford Manor, she felt each step tighten the chains of duty around her spirit. The Duke she was to marry, William Harrington, was a man of flawless reputation and impenetrable distance. By the time the chapel bells tolled heavy as thunder, Victoria already knew. She was walking toward a vow, not a choice. Under vaulted ceilings and watchful eyes, she stood beside a man whose stoic gaze hid storms of his own. The ceremony unfolded like a play staged for the world, a union forged to silence whispers, not to kindle affection. And as each vow bound her future tighter than the last, Victoria felt the chill of truth settle in her bones. A marriage can save a reputation, but it cannot warm a loveless night. Before the day was over, she would learn that some vows protect the body, while abandoning the heart. If you love period stories filled with emotion, secrets, and impossible love, subscribe to Velvet Tales and live every chapter as if it were your own destiny. In the marital chamber, candlelight flickered, casting shadows that danced like phantoms on the walls. Victoria's heart quickened as she stood draped in silk, her pulse echoing louder than her breath. Duke William entered, the weight of 1,000 unspoken words hanging between them like a delicate web, ready to snap. Her gaze sought his, searching for a glimmer of affection, but all she found was the reticence that had plagued their union since its inception. Seconds turned into eternities as William bowed his head, their physical distance creating a chasm filled with longing and desperation that widened with each passing moment. His refusal to touch her was a silent confessional, speaking volumes of his struggle to navigate desire and duty. The room was an unwelcome prison, a place built for passion they both yearned for, yet could not embrace. Their marriage had promised salvation, yet it seemed only to deepen the isolating void within her soul. Days turned to weeks, and the grand ballroom of Ashford Manor came alive with vibrant laughter and swirls of elegant gowns and tailored suits. Yet, amidst the spectacle, Victoria felt like a ghost among the living. The glittering chandeliers above were no match for the shadows of gossip that followed her like an unwelcome guest. Lady Arabella, her closest friend, often stood firm by her side, offering hushed words of encouragement while eyeing the sharp glances and pointed questions of the older matrons. As bassoons and strings filled the air, Victoria moved through the throng, feeling the pulse of music resonate through her body, but unable to claim it as her own. Each time she caught a glimpse of William, she was reminded of the chasms that separated them. He watched from across the room, a picture of refinement, yet tethered to the expectation of propriety, leaving her isolated and yearning. The ballroom transformed into a gilded cage, where freedom felt like a distant dream and yearning thrived in silence. That fateful evening, a letter slipped through the crack under Victoria's door, a familiar scrawl igniting emotions she had tried to bury. The words from her mother woven into the parchment spoke of love, sacrifice, and the unwavering resolutions that bound families across generations. Yet, mingled with her mother's wisdom, was a reminder of old wounds, her family's relentless demand for conformity in a world where reputation was paramount. The echoes of the past unfolded like shadows in the moonlight, throwing whispered truths against the dragging weight of tradition. The revelation of her mother's own struggles to carve her identity amidst the aristocracy filled her with both admiration and fear. Would Victoria face the same fate? The letters became a lifeline, intertwining her past with her present, fueling her desire to reclaim autonomy from the confines of expectation. A chance encounter in the garden brought new light to Victoria's heart, igniting a torrent of emotions long stifled. As she wandered among the fragrant blooms, lost in thought, William unexpectedly joined her, appearing troubled and yet tender. His presence sent warmth through her. He revealed glimmers of vulnerability, cracking the armor he had worn so tightly wrapped around his heart. The soft evening breeze carried laughter from the estate, intertwining with their tentative rhythms as they spoke of hopes and regrets, each word causing their barriers to tremble. With each moment, Victoria built the courage to voice her own desires and fears, exploring the delicate balance of yearning against the backdrop of their unrequited bond. Vulnerability hung between them like a fragile note, woven with threads of intimacy and longing, a proverbial crack in the armor of their constrained love, allowing their connection to deepen against the encroaching darkness of societal judgment. Reluctantly, William invited Victoria to the sprawling countryside beyond Ashford Manor, the landscape a tapestry of wildflowers and vivid colors, vibrating with a rhythm all its own. The open air seemed to breathe life into her spirit as they rode in unison upon horses, a moment of freedom she had desperately craved. The sound of hooves pounding against the earth ignited her heart, feeling bold amongst the vibrant beauty of nature. It was here that the coarse threads binding them began to unravel, weaving a new fabric of companionship, enriched by laughter and joy. William's guarded demeanor softened beneath the sunlight, his hesitant laughter whispering secrets of his own dreams and yearning for genuine connection. Thorns of past reluctance faded as the warmth juxtaposed the tempests of society. In quiet retreats amid nature's embrace, their longing for each other began to blossom, marking a pivotal shift away from mere obligation towards empathy and shared courage. Yet, as the countryside basked in the softness of spring, dark clouds loomed on the horizon, a harbinger of strife and societal judgment that could drown their fragile bond. News of a scandal involving Lord Edgar Blackwood rippled through the town, his seductive charm poised to ignite old wounds with malicious glee. Determined to reignite the rumour mill, Edgar's outright disdain for decorum threatened the very foundation of Victoria's hard-won reputation. The pressure intensified as whispers permeated the air, casting shadows over their budding love, leading William to retreat, cloaking himself in emotional distance. The warmth of their unraveling intimacy slowly gave way to the icy grip of anxiety coursing through Victoria's veins. With each gossiping tongue, the walls of her newfound happiness shrank, leaving them vulnerable to the tempest brewing on the outskirts of their world. Under a moonless sky, the grand ball at Harrington Manor emerged as a battleground for secrets, with William's reluctance to confirm their bond hanging heavily in the air. The flickering candlelight danced on their trail, illuminating the echoes of their unspoken desires. Surrounded by laughter and mirth, Victoria felt suffocated by expectations and the impending chaos linked to Edgar's scheme. As the evening progressed, tensions escalated, friendships strained, and the intricate web of lies started to unravel. Unbeknownst to Victoria, Lord Edgar's eyes bore down upon her, ready to unleash a twist of cunning that would alter the course of the night. With the walls folding in and her heart racing, Victoria sensed a reckoning approaching. In the depths of her being, she understood. The time for silence had ended, and the truth, painful yet liberating, would surface, leading them into a confrontation tethered to the core of their affection. As the clock struck 12, William stood before the assembly, the weight of duty burdening his soul, a choice between his heart and his principles. The undeniable truths unfolded like delicate petals in the moonlight, each connection laid bare in their luminous fetters. Victoria finally confronted the damning silence between them, urging William to cast aside the shadows that cloaked their union. With whispers dancing through the ballroom, the essence of truth rose above the din. They clashed against societal norms and their own fears. The past loomed like a spectre, and in this moment of reckoning, they were drawn into a maelstrom where love, truth, and vulnerability intertwined. Could they lay bare their deepest fears, dismantle the barriers separating them, and emerge unscathed? As the world around them faded, they faced the storm not as mere souls entwined in duty, but as lovers yearning for connection and understanding amidst the ruins. With whispers clawing at her heart, Victoria rose before William, vulnerability piercing through years of agonizing silence. "I am not a mere token, but a woman craving love equal to duty," she declared, her voice a melodic echo twinkling with fire and resolve. His gaze, once veiled with the weight of expectation, softened, and in that moment, clarity flooded his spirit. A dance began, organic and fluid, intertwining two souls awakening to the rhythm of each other. As they circled the room, embers of desire mingled with the fervor of liberation. With each turn, both stepped beyond the facade, breaking the chains forged in reticence, illuminating paths built from love, longing, and profound understanding. Paradoxically tethered yet undeniably free, they found that passions ignited not only desire, but a promise forged in the fires of redemption. Yet the revelatory swirl of emotions that enveloped the ballroom was met with a tempest beyond their control. Even as laughter and declarations of love hung thick in the air, the malicious shadow of Lord Edgar loomed larger, poised to ensnare unwitting hearts. The whispers of intrigue had grown into shouts, eroding the delicate reprieve they had fought for. With the onslaught of rumors threatening to drown their feelings, William, for all his newfound courage, found himself once more retreating into his fortress of restraint. Victoria's heart quivered at the sight. She knew she had shattered walls only for them to loom anew. Caught between the fervor of liberation and fresh anchors of societal expectations, both were grounded in fear. They sought to heal, yet struggled to navigate the tumultuous waters of perception. Every flutter of hope tasted doused in salt, and with each unfulfilled promise, Victoria feared she might lose this chance for love that had just begun to bloom. Amidst the suffocating haze of judgment, Victoria sought solace in the garden once more, where petals whispered secrets of resilience. It became her sanctuary, a haven where nature's resilience mirrored her desires. As she wandered among the blooms, she encountered Lady Arabella, who with warmth in her eyes urged Victoria toward a newfound sense of empowerment. "Do not let the world define you," she said. "You are not a whisper to hide, but a symphony to embrace." Inspired by her dear friend's words, Victoria plotted a course of rebellion against the confinement of her past. Determined to confront William, she recognized their liberation could only arise through mutual affirmation of their love's worth. Their bond was not a battleground of expectations, but a realm to conquer fear together. The garden pulsed with renewed energy, reflecting her growing resolve to break through the remaining barriers and reclaim her life. As twilight draped the manor, cloaking it in a seductive veil, Victoria prepared herself for a conversation that could either mend or break their fragile bond. She steeled her nerves, determined to delve into the depths of William's heart, to uncover the truth that had eluded them both. In a chamber filled with shadows, enveloped in the scent of autumn's chill, she confessed her love, not merely for the title he bore, but for the man hidden beneath layers of obligation. William's silence echoed louder than a thunderclap, his internal battle replaying within his soulful gaze. Underneath the polished surface lay unshed tears of turbulence, fear, and courage, a medley of human experience begging for acknowledgement. Spurred by vulnerability, he drew closer, heated breath mingling with the cool evening air, finally voicing the malignancy that held him captive, the fear of failing her and being ensnared by the expectations of an unyielding society. In the wake of her bold confession and William's pained admission, a dam broke between them. The truth had arrived, raw and unfiltered, intertwining their fates with threads of understanding. Victoria offered her hand, bridging the gap that had once felt insurmountable, and as his fingers laced with hers, an electric warmth surged through her. There, in the flickering candlelight, William began to shed the remnants of his past, the shadows of fear and restraint that had long defined him. "I thought protecting you meant erecting walls," he whispered hoarsely, his heart laid bare. Yet the soft murmur of her affection wove a tapestry strong enough to weave around their shared vulnerability. As William began to unravel the burdens he carried, Victoria, emboldened by his honesty, found the strength to voice her own unfulfilled desires. What they had both withheld now unleashed like a flood, a pledge to rise above the societal shackles that had trapped them in quiet despair. Yet even as they indulged in the warmth of their new understanding, darkness loomed beyond the veil of their intimacy. Lord Edgar's relentless pursuit of vengeance revealed deep roots of animosity and jealousy, a stark reminder of the perils of social standing. Gossip flew like arrows, threatening to pierce their sanctuary as he continued to infect their world with insidious rumors, his ambition to dismantle Victoria's reputation relentlessly pulsating. The evening air crackled with tension, a storm brewing, threatening to unleash chaos once more. Each murmur tugged at Victoria's heartstrings, threatening to shatter the fragile intimacy they had fought so hard to forge. She knew that the elation of newfound love was precarious and easily lost, but a fire ignited within her. Determined to confront the shadows threatening to obstruct their path, she recognized that strength and clarity were woven from courage. Together they would defy the narrative spun by fear, allowing truth to triumph and love to flourish. At the next grand soiree, the air hummed with tension, stitched with the whispers of the elite, each polite smile masking ulterior motives. William had resolved to stand resolute beside Victoria, a steadfast protector amid ebbing tides of disapproval. But as guests drifted around them, Edgar spotted an opportunity, his venomous charm gliding through the halls like a sinister breeze. He turned the focus to her, breathing insinuations and casting shadows over her renewed confidence with a calculated cruelty. "Tell me, dear Victoria, could it be that your illustrious Duke is nothing but a refuge from your tarnished name? A desperate attempt to save what little reputation you claim to possess?" Each word was laced with intent, igniting the crowd as shocked gasps and furtive glances rippled through the room. Victoria's heart raced as she sensed the weight of judgment, consciousness tugging at her very essence, ready to ensnare her once more in the shadow of doubt. Tension heightened within the grand hall, and in that pivotal moment, William gripped Victoria's hand firmly, a lifeline in the storm. He turned defiantly to Lord Edgar, standing tall even when others relinquished their gaze. "It is not her tarnished name that you should worry about, but the dignity of spirit she embodies. Her worth is not defined by fleeting societal whispers," he said, his voice unwavering, resonating with strength. Their union resided in shared truths rather than reputations forged in falsehood. Victoria felt emboldened by his faith in her, slipping past the cacophony of opinions ringing in her ears, and she declared with fervor, "I will not be silenced by your venom. My name is mine to redefine, as is my future." The ballroom fell into an ecstatic hush as a crack of thunder echoed beyond the walls, a reflection of the internal tumult brewing beneath their poise and elegance. The unmasking came at a cost. As Victoria's heart raced, it's William's own turmoil raging within him, twisting and writhing with decades of ingrained manners passed through generations. The specters of pride and shackled expectations howled even louder, threatening to drown his instinct to embrace love amidst the wreckage of reputation. Severed from the clutches of societal pressures, he laid bare his affection for her in that fleeting moment. "What you offer is beautiful, Victoria. Let me embrace that. Grant me the courage to receive it." The crack of thunder melded into a crescendo of acceptance as their voices intertwined, each proclamation stripping away the shackles of judgment that had long bound them. In the blood of their confrontation, they reclaimed autonomy amidst a sea of expectations and an unyielding past. But as Edgar's disdain morphed into venomous determination, it was evident their battle was far from over. With renewed resolve, the couple stood united against the relentless tide of opposition, but darkness crept closer, manifesting itself in unwelcome encounters before the impending gala, each interaction a reminder of the adversities they faced. Lord Edgar, a stormy wind at their backs, whispered wicked retaliations designed to drive wedges between their hearts. Victoria's past began to surface again, each claim like a stain upon her name. Doubt clawed at the edges of her sanity. What if their words are true? What if he regrets this? She pondered, her heart heavy. Meanwhile, William wrestled with the churning tides of consequence. Fear of losing her indulged in harsh reflections. In the candle-lit solitude of their chambers, shadows danced upon the walls, and uncertainty echoed louder than their declarations of freedom. Resilience teetered as their once vibrant connection faced fractures, ones that could either be mended by understanding or irrevocably deepened by distrust. The anticipated gala culminated in a magnificent celebration of their ill-fated romance, a juxtaposition of elegance and vulnerability. The air crackled with anticipation, yet William and Victoria faced each other with hearts pounding at the precipice of beyond, the weight of uncertainty palpable. As the clock struck, they shared a dance, their bodies moving in sync, creating a sanctuary amidst chaos. Hand in hand, they projected resilience and emotional depth to the gathering crowd, refusing to succumb to their fears. Whispers of scandal and turmoil faded in the wake of shared laughter, leading to a crescendo of intimacy. And within the revelation of their vulnerabilities arose a newfound desire, encompassing something profoundly raw. With each turn in rhythm, the world around them reacted to their defiance, a shift palpable igniting the fire within. Yet, lurking beneath the surface, Edgar's need for vengeance simmered, threatening to extinguish the fragile glow of their budding romance. In the fervor of the night, as smiles and laughter echoed throughout the halls, William leaned closer, whispering a promise only for Victoria. "Let us build a new story, one not defined by their whispers, but by our own desires." The conviction in his voice sparked a flame within her. For the first time, the haunting spectre of insecurities began to evaporate. Each completed step revealed the life they could forge beyond the confines of expectations, a world painted with strokes of passion and unwavering love. Together, they vowed to confront the reality of society with heads held high, for they discovered that their legacy was not one of despair, but of conviction, unyielding love, and powerful vulnerability. With renewed determination coursing through their veins, a lighter touch between them became evident as they surrendered to the call of their hearts. Yet darkness still lingered, as they both understood they cannot flee from the storm cast in shadows. They must face it together for true liberation to bloom. The morning sun streamed through the chambers, illuminating the residual warmth of a night spent in love's embrace, but echoes of the impending storm clawed at their hearts. William's face turned solemn as he prepared to confront Lord Edgar once and for all, drawing strength from every experience leading to this moment. With Victoria by his side, they headed toward the gathering place where Edgar once wove his venomous spell. Anxious energy coursed through them both, a union tested by darkness. "Now we stand together," Victoria asserted, hand clasped firmly in William's, an embodiment of their forged resolution. As they confronted Edgar amidst a sea of curious onlookers, William projected authority, challenging Edgar's insidious behavior while Victoria prepared to reclaim her narrative, promising herself she would no longer be cast as the villain of her own story. The break of dawn marked the end of their suffering, yet the ramifications of words spoken that day would resonate throughout their lives. As Edgar, cornered by the united front of Victoria and William, drew in a sharp breath, the tension crackled in the air. "Your tale is over, Lord Edgar," William proclaimed, a quiet power woven into his determination. "Your attempts to drag Victoria's name through the mud will only resonate with those already intent on ruining their own reputations. A woman defined by love shall never again be held captive. Her life is hers to shape." Victoria felt emboldened, knowing that the partnership forged in the fires of their trials would sustain more than any societal expectations that sought to bind them. The audience fell silent, captivated by the unfolding drama, witnessing their courage unravel Edgar's facade, exposing the facade of charm beneath which he clung to darkness. This confrontation was more than a moment of justice. It signified the reclamation of their spirits, a reimagining of love and honor that transcended judgment. As Edgar faded from view, knocked down by the force of their honesty and unyielding love, the walls of judgment came tumbling down. The onlookers began to murmur their support, shifting the tide from disdain to acceptance. Victoria's heart swelled with a newfound sense of belonging. She understood that her reputation was more than societal whispers. It was a testament to her courage and unwillingness to remain a shadow. With William's unwavering support, she felt the weight lift, a sensation akin to a heavy cloak falling away, revealing the dazzling power of self-identity. With renewed spirits, they turned toward the crowd, allowing smiles to soar across their faces. They had borne the burden and emerged stronger, united in a love that reframed their future, inviting all to witness a resurgence. In this moment of triumph, they understood the true essence of their journey. Love was never defined by others, but forged through authenticity. In the weeks that followed the gala, Victoria and William moved forward, weaving their life together and fostering a future adorned with both passion and reality. They resided in Harmony House, a softer home than grand titles could offer, but proudly reflective of their liberation. Love bloomed and freedom became a palpable presence, respecting their individuality while nurturing their connection. Each sunset marked an opportunity to rise anew, embracing the beauty of understanding alongside the challenges of existence. They rekindled their own identities as partners, weaving stories together, free from the unforgiving rains of judgment. In the daylight, Laughter unfurled in their home like wildflowers, and nurturing friendships blossomed around them, allowing trust to bridge the gap once forged in fear. The couple understood their resilience had been tested, yet they emerged stronger together, marking a destiny intertwined by choice rather than tyranny. As tranquil seasons rolled in, Victoria and William flourished further, exploring the essence of love and forgiveness, confronted by lingering shadows of their past. Their nights turned luminous as they shared dreams beneath the stars, instilling warmth into their once cold hearts. Through gentle whispers they sought healing, confronting the echoes of old insecurities together. Still, Edgar's schemes occasionally resonated grimly in the back of their minds, yet they chose to rewrite that narrative, remembering the strength gained through adversity. No longer veiled in uncertainties, their commitment shone brightly with hope and tenderness. As Victoria carved her own path, passionate about social issues and equality, she sought to empower others within the community to redefine societal norms, teaching strength and understanding that a name could embody the essence of courage and perseverance. William stood proudly beside her, ready to unearth the potential that lay within them. The couple advanced into the world, leading the next generation down a path forged in love, a legacy steeped in mutual respect and understanding that would dismantle conventions of old. Their home became a haven, not only for their flourishing love, but a gathering spot for stressors seeking guidance, for those shunned by society's judgment, echoes of their past intertwining with the dreams of the future. Side by side, they forged bonds anew and were inspired by stories shared around candlelit tables, where laughter and kinship filled the air. As flower petals dripped like droplets of joy upon the landscape, they witnessed the metamorphosis of lives renewed by career offerings. Heartfelt connections spread beyond their reach, and amid echoes of agonizing experiences, emerged unwavering belief in the power of transformation, the radical reminder that love, much like a garden, grows through nurturing. Years later, standing upon the threshold of their blossoming garden, William and Victoria penned letters to those who haunted dark recesses of their past, reminders of how love can soar when nurtured and allowed to breathe. Glancing at one another, their radiance bore testimony to their journey, filled with passion, trials, and the precious art of growth. Acknowledging that their story served as a living testament to love's potential allows every soul a right to reignite hope through connection, a narrative that spanned generations. They embraced the knowledge that vulnerability and honesty were paramount, advocating the importance of unity despite society's harsh criticisms. Reflecting on their path, they whispered promises to one another that their legacy would guide more than the elite. Rather, their truth would resonate, inspire, and encourage the world's voices to bloom through radical love. As they entwined their hands, surrendering once more to the miracle of love tempered by experience, they stepped forward into the future, brimming with purpose. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder that love still heals, Victoria implored gently, their gaze reflecting the indelible bond they had forged. They stood at the cusp of a new dawn, a landscape where romantic tales weaved throughout the ages became blueprints for connection and understanding. They understood that every heart deserved a chance to redefine its narrative. Together, they welcomed you, dear listener, to cultivate your own story where love blooms unyieldingly, free within the embrace of authenticity, empowering hearts to rise unbroken through the context of human experience. This legacy would breathe life into promises yet unfulfilled in the realms of dreams. And so, the sun set on Ashford Manor, a vibrant tapestry of love, where echoes of laughter intertwined with the whispers of resilience. Across generations, stories intertwined in a quest for understanding, illuminating the very essence of humanity. Victoria and William embraced the lessons learned, continuing to share their journey, welcoming vulnerabilities, and reminders that love, amid trials, crafts paths towards binding shared destinies. This legacy, that resonated through time, echoed evermore in the hearts that dared to dream, rewrite, and unwind from the threads of shadows cast. With every heartfelt word stitched into time, they carried forth their call to action, for they believed love finds a way, pathways renewed through kindness and authenticity, where every voice contributes its vital share. As the seasons changed and tended to the garden that had blossomed from the remnants of turmoil, Victoria whispered to William, "Let our legacy highlight the strength we all hold." In his eyes she gleamed as an unyielding spirit, and together they dedicated their lives to nurturing not only each other, but those around them, forging connections that transcended mere titles. Their love became a gentle reminder that even amidst adversity, hope can rise triumphantly, illuminating the path forward. Let the echoes of our story inspire others to embrace their vulnerabilities, and from there, may compassion and understanding take root, William affirmed. Hand in hand they ventured forward, journeying eternally as keepers of a radiant flame, one casting warmth and love into the world they cherished. Laughter, truth and light intermingled richly with the confines of love's embrace, ever lingering within the hearts they touched. And as the twilight wore on, the stars winked down at Ashford Manor, a home that breathed with laughter, echoing whispers of tenderness and triumph. In their hearts, Victoria and William cherished the poignant lessons learned, a narrative shared and woven through whispers of authenticity that chronicled their journey. The legacy they forged transcended mere existence, transforming their once isolated lives into a flourishing realm filled with the promise of tomorrow. They cherished their tale, a reminder that when love is nurtured, it dazzles beyond conventions and calamities, allowing hearts to unite, reclaiming authentic desires even amidst the shadows. And thus, their love story continued, intertwining with stories shared in dreams, beckoning every heartbeat that dared to believe. Each flickering flame within their garden etched tales of transformation into the gentle fabric of time, a final celebration of love that would echo throughout eternity. So let the whispers of this tale resonate, a narrative forged in the crucible of vulnerability that calls upon every heart to venture beyond convention, to explore what it means to embrace love boldly. For in the annals of history, voices have risen, woven tales of courage through trials faced and converging destinies. Embrace those moments that illuminate the beauty in vulnerability, in truth, allowing the seeds of potential to plant in hearts across generations. Should you find this story valuable, share it far and wide as a beacon of hope, a gentle reminder that love is an endless journey of healing and redemption. May the light guide every soul through shadows prevalent upon their path, urging hearts to grow and aspire. For in each story told, there dwells a universe waiting to unearth the extraordinary bond we can share with one another, daring us to love with conviction. As you step away from this tale, let it linger in your heart, kindled by the power of love, truth and courage in the face of societal expectations. Remember, dear listeners, that stories of resilience and vulnerability connect us all, illuminating the myriad paths we traverse. Share this journey of love. May it spark hope within wanderers seeking a truth beyond shadows reflected back against their lives. Should you wish to stay engaged with more of these tales, allow love to guide you back here again, under the ethereal candlelight of unforgettable narratives. For love finds a way. Its voice whispers through experiences that bind us, creating connections woven brightly with authenticity. Farewell for now, and may your hearts forever echo with the embers ignited by enduring love. Note: the output continues until Block 80 is complete. If you would like to read the following blocks sequentially, please let me know. Even in silence, love thrived, echoing the hearts of those redefined by their choices. Victoria and William's legacy was felt and echoed, a reflection illuminating the communities touched by their generosity. In extending kindness and vulnerability, they inspired an ethos that connected every soul, weaving tales that dared to devote themselves to love amid hardships faced. Their ripple of compassion guided individuals to explore authenticity, crafting shared destinies devoid of judgment. Support for localized causes ignited the very fabric of life within the estate, a gentle reminder that change could arise from even the smallest gestures of generosity. The community blossomed into a garden of joy, interconnected, each heart championing for truth in every act of love. As seasons cascaded, they celebrated victories beyond combating shadows, illuminating the pathways many had once deemed impossible. This was the essence of their legacy, teaching that in the embrace of love, hope is forever illuminated. In the heart of Ashford Manor, gardens flourished, a mosaic of colors representative of lives transformed. Allowing nature to flourish reflected their journey, as each flower echoed a story of longing, redemption, and the journeys that shaped them. Victoria took time to nurture her beloved blooms, breathing life into the promise of rebirth with each soft bloom. Her deep affinity for the flowers paralleled the growth witnessed in her own heart. The petals unfolding in promise whispered of vigor against the harshness of life. William, too, embraced gardening as a means of solace, crafting spaces that invited laughter amongst their circle of loved ones. Each visit to the garden unveiled not only lush colors but connections nurtured through love and laughter. Every moment together transformed into memories that lingered, whispers of devotion gleefully dancing through the air. Gardening brought forth joy in unexpected simplicity, mirroring the life they had built in unity, a new chapter underscored in blooming possibility. As friendships deepened through a shared affinity for nature's beauty, Victoria and William established gatherings that invited the nurturing essence of warmth into their lives. They welcomed the young and old alike, lending a platform for voices to unite against adversity. Stories of struggles emerged, inspiring others each time, empowering the tapestry of their lives, a blend of rich narratives woven into their community. Bonds were forged not only through intent, but by intimate evenings spent beneath the starlit sky. The garden came to symbolize resilience, a shared heartbeat that thrummed through the collective hopes of all who entered. As laughter filled the air, understanding would dictate emotions that expanded across hearts seeking healing. In cultivating unity, they birthed a garden reflecting connection's heart, brimming with warmth even amidst the trials faced, giving each guest a tender reminder that they could rewrite their scripts too. Enthralled by the magic of evenings spent in the garden, William and Victoria organized moonlit dinners that blended the warmth of companionship with fragrant blooms, a celebration dedicated to life. Guests would gather rich with laughter as they shared stories of resilience, awakening the seeds of understanding that thrived beneath their fears. Victoria would often lead conversations, her laughter rising alongside the scent of roses, illuminating the garden's splendor, empowering others to voice their own experiences of love and heartache. The atmosphere, vibrant with color and camaraderie, broke down barriers that once held sway over old perceptions, forming threads binding hearts across various histories. They existed as vessels sharing healing energy, a tender reminder that embracing vulnerability fosters the connected beauty needed to pave honest connections. Each gathering became an anthem for shared tales nestled within their hearts, guiding each individual toward blossoming paths, echoing love's essence. Victoria and William soon saw their identity as anchors for their community, treating one another as mirrors reflecting the richness of life's experience. Their commitment inspired countless others to rise and claim their narratives without fear. They cultivated interconnectedness, shaping relationships brimming with depth and understanding, while mentoring those who sought out their wisdom. As new members sought guidance, they understood that love is not merely felt, but cultivated. With tender hearts, they believed genuine connection allows for the nurturing of dreams beneath life's complex tapestry. Their hearts lingered in each conversation shared, anchoring woven sentiments carried long after they'd departed. Together they embraced the tangible essence of true community, each moment crafted into chapters reflecting both painful reflections and exciting possibilities. Every connection illuminated the garden walkways, creating a legacy grounded in authenticity, planting inspiration amongst those swept by various storms. As seasons shifted, so too did the perspectives of all those entwined within the aura of Ashford Manor. The blooms that once spoke of vulnerability now resonated as jubilant reflections of hope. The garden, rebirthed yearly, mirrored the essence of ongoing growth, painting a magnificent tapestry against the canvas of time. Victoria sought inspiration in her surroundings, whispering life into her resolute spirit, with every shift of the sun, transcending identities once bound by lack of respect. United with William, they grew stronger with their collective wisdom, understanding the beauty and power found in a shared existence. The walls of clamor and doubt slowly diminished, revealing petals of resilience nurtured by shared vulnerability, transforming life into a symphony of renewal and liberation. Each transformation ignited a sense of purpose within their hearts, revealing that true love flourishes when built upon kindness, connection, and truth. Months turned into years as their love continued to burgeon, evidence of their unwavering bond reflected in the garden, shared by many, an ever-peeling tapestry of stories rebelling against the harsh realm of external judgment. They fostered the ideals that love is transformational and assertive, nourishing souls yearning for acceptance and understanding, lost amidst narrow definitions. The garden became a living testament, blooming with life far beyond its defensive roots. Its embrace welcomed visitors who sought joy, grace, and the reminders that they too held the power to redefine their meanings against adversity. Guests bore witness to the evolution fostered through a community defined by charity and love, where laughter mingled amongst the fragrant bouquets. William and Victoria, hand in hand, understood that true legacy resides not only in the life led, but in the hearts touched. The ripples of change carried forth onto each soul crossing their paths. As twilight descended upon Ashford Manor for the final evening, Victoria and William stood side by side, embers and flickers of nostalgia smouldering within their essence. Within them lay a future filled with both love and wisdom. Nestled in the traditions they had built, they previewed dreams that awaited exploration. Each shared whisper resonated with compassion as they pledged to continue cultivating growth for both individuals and community, carrying forward collective dreams forged by once broken paths. As they exhorted potential and embraced experiences whilst unifying their hearts with affection, they understood their narratives would forever grace the hearts of those whose lives they had touched, fostering a renaissance within each soul. In their embrace, both knew their love knew no bounds. The cycles of change invited a future where love reigned supreme. Under the moonlight, they reflected on all they had endured. "Together, we have rewritten both our stars and those of our community," said William, watching as the cosmos shimmered above them. His words captured the immeasurable beauty of shared journeys, transformative paths illuminated by love, connection, and vulnerability. Victoria's heart swelled with joy. She beheld the interwoven tapestry forged together, colors bright and inviting. In tandem, they reflected upon the myriad lives forever altered by their tale of courage and hope. The universe pulsated beyond their garden, beckoning the adventures yet to come. Their hearts sang a melodious chorus, each star a reminder of the lives they had touched and the legacy they would continue to weave. With dreams aligned and love ignited, they stepped confidently into tomorrow, a partnership fashioned for growth, ever reaching beyond the boundaries of their shared garden. And thus, they journeyed forth, entrusting their whispers upon the winds guiding their hearts toward the horizon of indefinite possibilities, forever embracing vulnerability at the heart of the human experience. The laughter woven into their lives flourished like petals brushing against the face of love, intricately layered as seasons drifted onward. Their legacy shall stand tall upon the annals of affectionate bonds, a beacon inviting all to challenge societal constraints to love fiercely and honestly. As the sun dipped below the horizon, it marked not an end but rather a new beginning, the endless journey resounding with promise, insights pivotal for future generations. Through trials faced and love embraced, they exemplified the transformative power rooted in authenticity and compassion. This final farewell is not one of sorrow, but one of joy, reminding every soul that love, when liberated, has the unyielding potential to illuminate the darkest pathways and reclaim truths far beyond any shadow. As stories continued to intertwine, every heart that stood, graced Ashford Manor, became a reflection of love's healing light, forged amid tumultuous times. With each blooming season, new narratives emerged, significations of the breaths lovingly intertwined, and beautiful journeys blossomed into existence. And the garden, transformed by hearts unified in love's embrace, inspired many to seek their own truth, urging them to remember the essence of vulnerability as a vital channel for understanding. Victoria and William embodied hope as they danced upon the tapestry of life, harmoniously sculpting profound connections that resonated deeply across generations. The pulses of existence thrived, forming fertile ground for dreams to emerge, creating jagged paths leading forth into a continuum of new beginnings where love's infinite essence forever sings. Each petal, story, and adventure whispered tales of resilience, legacy, and transformation, unbound by limitations. And within the walls of Ashford Manor, their tale remained woven eternally, gentling, reverberating through time, emerging as guiding lights inviting all to partake in their radiant journey. The power of love awaited those willing to transcend, surrendering to both the beauty and complexity of existence. The garden became a symbol, flourishing with echoes of laughter, scattered memories of resilience, and growth embraced wholeheartedly. Victoria and William stood firm at the helm of transformation, nurturing new narratives and seedlings that propelled stories toward hope, proclaiming ultimately that love conquers all. It lingered in their souls, entwining with the lives of those who ventured within reach, a delicate pathway, a gentle invitation to weave together narratives within a sanctuary birthed from passion that would forever bloom, reaching beyond horizons unknown as the journey continued. So let this tale continue to unfurl, as you step into the world with hearts open and dreams interwoven with exuberance, knowing that the power of vulnerability shall lead you onward, towards love, connection, and hope that intertwines destinies unbound by societal expectations. Once you embrace this journey, you shall encounter the powerful reminder that love waits for you, thriving even amidst the thorns of heartache, forging pathways drenched in light and kindness. Carry forth these stories, scattered across time, a living testament to the goodness that can emerge from even the most challenging encounters, inviting you to bloom fiercely in any landscape you encounter. Love grows effortlessly where courage incarnates, for the garden of your heart has limitless potential to flourish, blossom, and span well-being, calling all to partake in the exhilarating journey woven through bonds of authentic connection. With hearts aglow and spirits soaring, each step echoes with the promise of tomorrow, an invitation encouraging you to cultivate dreams beyond confines of the past. Heed the whispers of your journey, tying every endeavor to authenticity, as color bleeds into each page of your life. Remember that your own tale waits to be written within the overarching narrative of human experience, mapping the uplifting journey of love, courage, and resilience. As paths intertwine, so do dreams, spawning from whispers that forge truths amidst trials faced throughout lifetimes. And remember, dear reader, to embrace vulnerability, for therein lies the gateway inviting you to explore the boundless love that illuminates life's beautiful chaos and connection, a transformative dance entered into by souls fully willing to embrace the journey laid before them. In every heart exists the space for fire to grow beyond sorrow endured, a potential for transformation echoing through time. Transformations gather seeds of stories yearning to be spoken, glimmering with possibilities as your tale culminates within the larger canvas of love woven through history. Let the marrow of each connection breathe life into existence, crafting ripples felt by souls beyond reaching horizons, coursing with unyielding passion. This adventure does not end here. It merely serves as an invitation inviting you to share love's endurance through time, unbroken against adversity, an unyielding belief that love is worthy of hope, the embrace that suffuses every breath we share in this intricate dance of complexities. And thus, dear listener, we conclude this journey, yet know that a new one begins, threaded through the very lives you untangle alongside your heart. And finally, as this chapter draws to a closing pause, may the whispers of this tale, of Lady Victoria and Duke William, be the prologue leading you orbits across your own landscape forged by love, kindling warmth amidst trials faced. Carry forth with hearts unbound and woven into the promise of beyond, transforming moments into lasting memories shared in the depths of your heart. Let the echoes of this story inspire you to share your journey with others, hungry for the light of hope. Your story too is woven into the fabric connecting every thriving garden, reaching far beyond the limits of the pages within this book. And now, we lovingly bid you farewell, yet carry forth this legacy into your own lives, forging light as you venture boldly into tomorrow, surrounded by warmth and vulnerability, forever intertwined. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting hues of orange and purple throughout the sky, the final passage unwinds, a gentle reminder that love knows no bounds when placed against the canvas of time. You step across the threshold of the story unveiled, enriched by the promises imparted, forever transformed by the tale interwoven with connection, vulnerability, and resilience shared. Embrace the legacy of Victoria and William, where each taught another to embrace love at its core, transcending societal confines with compassion, rekindling joy within hearts yearning for acceptance. Allow every filled moment to root unyielding hope within you, an invitation to forge journeys truer to yourself, hand in hand as you inspire hearts to discover the transformative potential seeded deep within love where the heart lies. In the stillness following their story, the flames of hope flickered gently, entwining every heart threaded through lives touched by the enormity of love. The enduring journey of Lady Victoria and Duke William lives on through bonds forged and acceptance nurtured throughout time. Each moment acts as fertile ground for joy, reminding all to embrace their authentic stories without yielding to darkness, limitless in their potential. As dawn approaches through both struggle and light, let love guide your journey forth. Allow compassion and understanding to color your path, a living testament to this narrative, ever blossoming into something eternal. Let the essence of their legacy inspire you to cultivate unstoppable narratives, unbridled by individuality, bound to blossom in its own beautiful canvas, creating pathways within your own unique garden. And amidst the whispers of passing seasons, the journey carries on, blooming with truths that illuminate every soul willing to embrace love's light. Within the stories that formed around Ashford Manor lies the core essence, never wandering beyond the grasp of empathy, resilience forged out of struggle, nurturing paths toward compassion ever laid with care. Imagine a tapestry interwoven, rich with memories crafted of vibrant colors, portraying the essence of life. Let every heart witness the threaded journey belonging to each cherished moment, casting shadows beautifully upon your vibrant garden, a reminder that love, once reclaimed, distinguishes itself within time as worthy of celebration beyond idyllic or objectified notions. Venture forth with courage and hope, dear reader, passing forth the tales that linger ever resilient, lighting the pathways of hearts formed unbreakably through the illuminating power of love that eternally courses through their journeys. As you close the final chapter of this revered tale, rest your heart upon the knowledge that each experience belongs to you, intensely shaped through the unyielded power of love's embrace. Allow this narrative to serve as a compass, a guiding light to navigate the realities of the world, awaiting past yesterday's shores. Carry with you the story of Victoria and William forever echoed in your own lives, reflections shimmering like stars, illuminating each darkened path with kindness, understanding that lives can uncover immense beauty. Never relinquish the hope that emerges from love as you set forth, encouraged by all those luminous journeys around you, each quest intertwined within a garden forever thriving against life's tempests, reminding hearts that they carry the potential to bloom. Thank you for joining us in exploring this poignant narrative of love. May it inspire the journeys yet to be embraced. And as we settle on the horizon, remember, the garden of life awaits you, welcoming transformations nurtured by love. With echoes of laughter resonating around each sacred bloom, find solace in the knowledge that growth awakens beneath every shifting season. Carry forth the wisdom seeded in unity, a testament coloring the delicate weave of experience rich with promise. Encourage petals to unfurl with dignity beyond anything temporary, aligning with the rhythm of your heart's desires, forged upon the tapestry of moments shared with passion. It is here that you will discover your own deeply rooted legacy, a truth reminding you that love, once cultivated, blossoms abundantly, weaving destiny through chapters rich with purpose and connection. We bid you farewell, but this story continues within you, fleshing out love's beautifully complex essence in ways eagerly awaiting to unfold upon time's endless horizon. And now, dear listener, we offer an invitation for you to extend this legacy, to share your own love in its myriad forms, inviting growth in your community, nurturing those around you, and sowing hopeful seeds far and wide. As you experience the beauty of life along the way, sprinkle kindness and compassion like petals upon the paths you tread, entrusting the stories that reflect your heart to thrive, gently shaping futures anew. Let this narrative guide you, reminding you that we too possess the power to craft legacies profound and everlasting, like the whispers carried forth by the wind, leaving traces of light and laughter to nurture those living stories long after they are penned. The fate of your journey intertwines with the stories yet unwritten, where love endeavors to find a way, illuminating pathways yet to be forged beyond horizons unknown. As twilight unfolds across the murmuring expanse of time, acknowledge that each ending heralds a new beginning. Life flourishes amid the ebb and flow of existence. The final whispers linger on the edges of this adventure, an homage to love, the eternal ember burning within hearts nourished by connection forged through experience. As you close this narrative, allow its essence to imprint upon you, the gentle energy inviting you to expand with courage and joy. Recognize the beauty of love not merely in grand gestures, but in the day of silence where hearts beat as one across shared soil. Let the stories unveiled inspire your journey, for there exists wisdom forged amongst the trials, the creative force waiting to unfold anew. Embrace your chapters. Know that they unfold through love, illuminating paths transcending darkness as legacies born from truth and kindness endure amid everything they may face. With the dusk upon us, I call upon you to embrace the sentiments that echo throughout these pages. Every whisper of hope, laughter, and strength shared caters to the flames nurturing our spirits, a reminder of resilience, even amid the challenges faced. As you gather your own tales, use the essence of this story as a motivational force, nourishing your garden of dreams with connection woven into your hearts. Rejoice in love's healing power, committed to nurturing yourself and those around you, allowing transformation to thrive. May courage propel you forward, lighting the paths of those needing solace, reminding the world that love unshackled allows for self-discovery, empowerment, and profound growth. Stand resolutely in your truth. Calls much like this echo all hearts willing to share their stories and inspire others in our interconnected journey. For this, a promise reminds us through love transcends all barriers. We shall never walk alone. Now we will continue with the remaining blocks toward completion, and with each heart encountered, let this legacy speak softly, creating ripples that will echo throughout time, just as the whispers of this love story journey onward. Each interaction positively transforms those embracing their narratives within the magnificent tapestry of life. Transcend trials alongside one's personal truths, a gentle reminder of vulnerability and strength, drawing us inward as we weave patterns anew when narratives unfold. The experiences penned here beyond the pages beckon toward your own exploration, inviting the essence of transcendence through authentic connection. Delve into the challenges faced and allow your heart to rediscover its unique rhythm. As the story continues, find your voice illuminating pathways not only through adversity, but beauty inflected upon every journey lived, even in the complexities. In that lies the call of tomorrow, an invitation to grow, persist, and flourish amidst the encompassing experiences awaiting. As each dawn illuminates the horizon, let this tale serve as a bridge from what was to what will be, like seedlings planted beneath nurturing soil. Acknowledge the past, yet immerse yourself in the shimmering present, reflecting upon the act of loving, finding courage amidst the ambiguity of it all. The possibilities waiting to be thrived lead forth an invitation to rise and conquer fears alongside those fiery ambitions waiting to bloom. Listen closely as love tenderly announces its return, a promise reminiscent of the warmth shared between Victoria and William, a gentle reminder that one can embrace imperfections and cherish every hue of growth uncovered through life's graceful contours. As the first rays of sun transform creation, invite them to guide your heart forward, reminding every inquiry is sacred, leading any soul down a path where extraordinary love continues to narrate legacies across generations, nourished by dreams whispered into existence within hearts driven by purpose. And eventually, we arrive at this resting embrace, a soft note of gratitude to those whose lives intertwine like the blooms flourishing beneath cosmic skies. Celebrate the extraordinary connections forged, a reminder that love can bloom amidst adversity, whispering timeless truths shared through the voice of resilience. So too does this story end, not merely in closure, but the groundwork shared in nurturing compassionate spaces, creating rooms for connection. Invite all hearts to bloom, held aloft by a united chorus, the resonance leading us forward. Trust in the transformative nature blooming forth. Unyielding passion openly invites hearts to explore love's profound nuances, shaping narratives all worthy of embracing freely and wholeheartedly. And as the final words touch upon this journey, allow your heart to soar on waves of adventure, a continual reminder that love, once nurtured, shall forever uplift empathetic souls who dare to grow. And as you reflect on the story lived, delve into the nature of learning rooted in human connection, catching glimpses of wisdom and change lurking alongside joys yet to be realized. Every heart beats upon the continuum of love, a gentle persistence to venture forth unafraid, illuminating connections with colors rendered by life experiences that shape us. Approach the world around you as a garden, a sanctuary where every glance becomes an opportunity. Each narrative unfolds a depth of understanding, and every interaction cultivates positive growth. Gather strength from each moment, like vines reaching forth toward sunlit openings. Remind yourself of the myriad pathways inviting transformation and blooming abundantly. The story thus carries forward, a gentle reminder to keep hearts open as we weave tenderness, compassion, love and courage across diverse landscapes, leading to vibrant connections transcending past. Thus, we reach the final chorus, a harmonious blend of love's echoes reflected in these stories, written with intention and understanding. As whispers of Victoria and William traverse through hearts far and wide, may they serve as reminders that transformations cultivate along shared journeys amidst the vast landscapes of dreams. You too carry the baton forward, a guardian of the stories you share, illuminating those footsteps leading toward a brighter tomorrow. Let kindness and resilience construct bridges that connect, weave together experiences held dear within, allowing whispers of triumph to unfold through shared exploration. Their song resides deep, each note strumming forth memories plucked from vulnerability, bringing forth beauty within existence, reminding all the fundamental truths celebrated are those built around love persevering. Step hand in hand with those around you, aware we are richer together, shaping destinies yet sketched amid the tender embrace of unity blooming. As the journey trails off, allow your heart to feel wrapped within the warmth of resilience, all while knowing that each passing day carries promise toward the never-ending evolution of love transcending time. The bonds formed within the echoes of these pages shall radiate, resounding and creating layers intertwined like fragrant petals rustling in the wind. You have embraced vulnerability, the essence of life thriving on shared stories that teach love conquers in every season. Together we invite dreams to bloom. Let the essence of this tale linger long after you part, nurturing future journeys toward empowered connections, woven together brightly as the garden flourishes again. For now, dear reader, we close the chapter wrapped in the luminance of love, eternal and boundless, inviting you to become the storyteller who creates harmonic endeavors to light the path of existence, waiting to behold those willing to start anew. As the sun sinks into the horizon, signals beckoning reflection, a constant reminder that love enkindles the spirit, urging every heart to delve deeper than trials faced and celebrate the beauty rising from within wounds once concealed. This journey echoes the wisdom each shared heart possesses, reshaping the narrative into understanding woven together with compassion as we sow seeds of possibility. Beyond the petals blooming forth within the tapestry lies a truth that love unafraid of the world illustrates an indomitable strength that binds us collectively as we seek to share the light. Stand firm in your own journey, extend an invitation to those around you, shaping landscapes anew where authenticity resonates, beckoning those who dare to embrace love unrestrained, chronicling our legacies entwined with freedom and possibility. And as we stand at the threshold of the uncharted narrative waiting to be rewritten, may the tenderness within this story serenade your heart as you walk boldly beyond, the prelude to myriad journeys waiting to flourish. Trust utterly in the power of love's voice as it graces your journey, as you nurture the dreams nestled deep within your spirit, encouraging connection, blooming radiant wherever they seek the light. Love, born of vulnerability wrapped in acceptance, shall breathe lovingly into one's essence, an eternal truth that ignites a mosaic of kindness shared across avenues of existence. Walk unflinchingly into the embrace of your adventures, knowing their roots blossom through authentic hearts willing to resonate in harmony with others, crafting extraordinary chains of discovery founded upon understanding as glowing testaments tethered to transformation, echoing forevermore. And thus we feel the rise of new beginnings as the legacy formed through love and courage repaints the canvas of life for all who dare to foster connection unbridled. Extend a conscious invitation to those loved and uninserted yet deserving, a gentle reminder that everyone embodies the capacity to bloom anew amidst the shadows, to reclaim their rightful place, shining forth bright lights amid the swirling tides of existence. This story weaves across paths traversed and forged, past obstacles toward the bounteous lands where love flourishes daringly. For together, the realms unfold where heartbeats connect, an interconnected universe where dreams thrive of their own accord. And as you embrace the opportunity within the expanse beyond ink and paper, may you carry this invitation with you, reshaping the very nature of conversations architected by heartfelt aspirations, sowing seeds into horizons in search of beauty. And so, as we reach the conclusion, let us celebrate the tale of Lady Victoria and Duke William, a living testament to love's enduring roots, resilient and transforming through stories shared. We implore you to carry this legacy forward, to nurture the hearts around you with intention, empathy and connection, fostering dreams that aspire to break free from confines. Extend the lessons learned through their journeys into the world waiting upon the threshold of change, the journey calling upon your voice, a tapestry woven beautifully in love, patience and understanding, laden upon hearts across paths walked. Together, we dare to redefine the narratives around us. The time beckons for you to plant your own pathways of love, gift the world your passions, allowing your tenderness to guide it amidst the uncertainties standing before you, opening spaces for all. In this shared quest, may your journey lead toward renewal where love triumphs, nurtured by authentic connections blooming forth towards the future. As dusk settles over the realm of reflection, we stand at the end of the transitional embrace, amidst stories whispering endless possibilities, beckoning your hearts to rediscover courage, vulnerability, and the fullness contained within love's bouquet. Carry the scholarship acquired along this journey strewn before you, set forth on your path forged in authenticity, vulnerable with aspirations binding your heart to the infinite joys shared. As gentle echoes of Victoria and William's love linger within the depths of collective memory, may the lessons tenderly whisper guidance to every soul journeying ahead into the vast unknown, shimmering brightly beyond the shores of familiarity. In falling for life once kept, approach your recollections unguardedly, recognizing each life lived sings of stories worthy of blooming amidst heartfelt connections rooted firmly within understanding. A comment celebrating every reflection forged from love into vibrantly woven paths through existence. And thus, as your adventure unfolds, we extend a gift, a reminder that every story has the potential to bloom exponentially, facilitating growth in those whose lives intertwine with yours. Share these reflections living on amidst whispers surrounding you, for they linger in the beating hearts connecting beneath virtually governing realms. You hold the power to catalyze transformation in others. Even the simplest act becomes an indelible mark forged as love flows freely, encouraging existence to thrive in rich soils, reflecting your perception. Rate every story shared as sacred as they uplift and encourage those restless sparks scattered across the tapestry, colored by dreams waiting to ripen into blooming splendor. Advocate on behalf of love. Glow with the radiant warmth it radiates while influencing paths laid before you, ultimately inviting connections that continue to thrive. Carry forth candor and companionship, for singing each sentiment resonates beyond the ephemeral, inviting a future where love reigns supreme. And should you ever find yourself on winding roads, shadowed in tribulation, recall this tale of love, wherein each soul has emerged victorious, sometimes through strains of struggle tethered together, as lovers may entwine beneath the canopy of celestial dreams. Acknowledge the beauty of existence, unrestricted in form, yielding fruit whilst blooming at varying paces into clarity. As journeys unfold, hold dearly that you, too, embrace the transformative power of love. Let it breathe vibrancy into the extraordinary connections awaiting. Every new dawn invites exploration, the stories etched upon your hearts capable of flourishing beyond the ordinary, presenting themselves as cherished expressions to shine forth. Let curiosity sully your heart, inviting the gift of adventure once more to flourish. Shape your essence amidst your unique rhythms, blooming unreservedly amidst the kaleidoscope of humanity woven in unparalleled splendor. And as hearts separate yet entwine through time's embrace, present yourself, the opportunity to ignite the flame of transformation weaved into every heart you touch. Together, we will expand the tapestry unfolding forever, beyond transformed souls, finding peace amid grace. Allow the essence of love to cascade beautifully upon pathways newly carved, In reflections where stories dance freely, as two hearts forge a common journey worth celebrating. In lifting each flower given voice, you shape the broader canvas of existence that affirms the goodness within every moment. Thus, may your journey forward hold exquisite promises, the bold invitation to summon dreams alive in full bloom. Together, let the radiant whispers of love carry you further, encouraging you to cherish and weave deeply alongside those who accompany you. Within the warmth of heartbeats intertwined, call forth every potential ignited, wanting to soar limitless against life's horizons awaiting arrival. And as the final notes of this symphonic tale linger in the air, we invite you to embrace your own stories. Allow the echoes of love lived, courage born from vulnerability, and resilience shaped to usher forth upon your path toward empowering connections yet unveiled. Seek the beauty intertwined in your own tapestry of existence and flourish, whether in the midst of hardship or joy. Let your heart ignite within the power of transformation waiting patiently. Growth emerges as threads weaving time together, reminding you that love, nurturing and resilient, holds the potential to reshape not only your life, but countless others as well. As you aim toward the new horizon, armed with heartfelt intention and compassion, may you rest assured, life invites you into its beautiful embrace, profoundly lavish with opportunities awaiting precious discoveries yet unraveled, calling you to share your truth unencumbered soon. And so we gather together, hearts dedicated lovingly to this beautiful journey we have undertaken, rich with experiences shaping destinies, intertwined through fragments mending our very identities. Every vow whispered serves as a pledge, a testament to the power of love, resilient and unwavering among the tides of life, allowing it to thrive in harmony as you bravely venture forth, navigating the intricacies of existence draped in courage. And as the light begins to dim on this narrative journey, cherish the connections and hold dear the reflections forged along the way, the reminders to cultivate love new and resilient as you bask within these burgeoning landscapes scattered across the vast expanse of humanity, and know that you are never alone amidst the warmth felt. Step boldly forward, dear reader, and embrace the stories calling your heart to unravel splendor beyond appearances. The journey lives on through you, respected, cherished, and nurtured through love forever unfurling, inviting dreams to bloom endlessly free in its magnificent embrace. As you navigate through life's tides, may the heartbeat of existence resonate around you, a gentle reminder that love can transcend and bloom, enveloping destiny with hope. Know that your unique journey interlaces with separate stories when woven with appreciation, transforming challenges faced into the sweet nectar of inspiration. Life invites you onwards. Every season continues to echo the delicate balance paramount in celebrating love, urging you through tenuous paths previously walked hand in hand with compassion. Raise your heart skyward, and upon reflecting upon the fruit yielded within your own beloved, aim to nurture the pathway blossoming forth before you amid vibrant connections, where empathy shall reside. Embrace this tender weave born of woven hearts as they emerge resiliently within the fabric of stories that shall transcend through trials, always enriching journeys, and the healing importance found within shared endeavors love speaks of forevermore. In conclusion, it is essential to recognize that love is not confined by borders, but blooms endlessly where brave hearts intertwine on honest paths filled with growth. Embrace the gentle assurance that life continues teaching lessons reaped wondrously from pain endured, reminding us that most illuminating journeys arise through struggles faced amid love, unwavering. Cherish every memory honed beyond challenge, where another's story sought refuge and weaving countless untold experiences becomes an iridescent fabric that binds humanity together. Trust in the wondrous expansiveness that awaits as you navigate your life's adventures. A reflection, enriched from both victories and trials, persistently serves as gentle reminders, urging love's strength to loom large and guide through every endeavor sought in bravery and beauty. With unyielding hearts, arrive at horizons anew, ready to cultivate a vibrant world framed by compassion and connection, spreading seeds of unity, eager to bloom in resonant hearts, waiting patiently for their chance to rise. And thus, as our journey culminates into beautiful reflections shared, allow these tales cultivated through love, resilience, and vulnerability, the very heart of existence, to reverberate through the echoes within. Carry forth the gentle reminders propelling you toward hope and connection, sparking courage within the untold journeys lingering in the works. Each colored moment shapes existence anew, a tribute where every soul now nourished stands as a resounding testament to the extraordinary beauty woven through life, invoking existence's true frequency. Stand firm in the face of challenges faced beside others, and recognize the vibrancy that flourishes when we assemble together. Every variable binds to create a shared experience that resonates across life, imbued as pathways waiting to bloom eternally against whispers cast anew. Come forth prepared, intrepid champions united, vowing once more as you step into tomorrow's embrace, knowing that love reigns, illuminating the vast landscapes with every sentiment. Together, love blooms bright into eternity. So let it be known, the journey of love extends beyond the pages, woven floating in the essence of shared hearts, blossoming amidst existence's expansive garden. Your story resides within these reflections, empty pages whereupon you shall craft new chapters, a soothing caress poised to cradle the hearts of those seeking light amid shadows. May this call for love, compassion, and connection ring bell forth unbidden, inviting you to nurture all as we collaborate on the beautiful tales yet to be shared amidst the narratives unveiled. Know this, your heart's whispers become imbued as they stand at the forefront of life, each sentiment representing a bridge carved ever passionately, enriching the landscape of existence, sculpted delicately through love's light. Let every new adventure await you gently upon the canvas. You are never alone, painting forth a love that truly endures beyond the trials faced and blooms eternally across generations through hearts irrevocably touched.